Hey guys, welcome to my run on this week's Crystal Mission Quest in DFFOO Global. This week actually saw a return of General Leo's stage, and I believe this is the second time we've gotten a stage for the Crystal Mission Quest, and I decided to reroll. I also rerolled it the first time around, and unless you're using a crystal color with very high DPS such as Estos for black or Aranya for blue, I would also recommend to skip that stage because that stage is a single target boss with 525 million HP at level 3 and 3 HP gates, requiring you to delay the boss for 2 turns just to remove the gate. In essence, forcing you to waste 3 turns doing no damage. So I rerolled, and luckily enough they gave me Iris' stage, which is far easier. And as you can see, I went for a green crystal team comprising of the combo of Seed Rains and Iris. For the third character, I used Rem as the support unit, but that is also flexible. I've also done the exact same run with Garnet over Rem. The only highlight of using Rem here is that you can save on turn counts. And with Rem, this is going to be a 3 turn run overall. Everyone in the party also has the U2 crystal passive equipped, which gives you 1 additional free turn at the start. And I also have everyone's speed passive equipped, so nothing was actually removed. And at the start, all you really need is Seed Rains starting first, so that he can use his LD to pull up Rem's turn. There's 2 reasons why this is ideal. Firstly, using Seed Rains LD at the start helps you to charge the summon meter. But secondly, Rem is also significantly slower, so doing this way it's very easy to set up the ideal turn order. You then have Rem acting next and then Iris acting last. I used Rem's free turn to set up the PT plus, and then I used Cure until there's 4 turns of PT remaining. I don't think you need to do it that low. I think 5 turns of BT remaining and then using swap turns will probably be a better play. But do not go lower than this. At 4 turns of BT remaining, use swap turns so that Rem ends a turn with 3 turns of BT aura at least. Now during Iris' turn, finally I'm just spamming potion passes. When the boss hits 50% force gauge, they will use a gravity HP attack that deals 50% HP damage to a random single character. That doesn't matter at all whatsoever because obviously the next users of potion pass will completely heal you to full. Here I'm just spamming potion passes not only to fill my force gauge, but also to help the bosses fill their force gauge as well. Because the bosses do have force weakness that Iris' FR can hit, so removing enemies' force time is actually ideal here, and this way you can reset their force gauge to 0. The force attack will hurt, but as long as they trigger the force attack when everyone is at max brave, you can easily heal back up after that. Once that's done, simply have Iris use PT plus to end her turn. And one thing to note, if you are out of potion passes and then the bosses trigger their force attack, you can still heal your party with the Lunafreya base call on Seed Rains. So just something to keep in mind. Now when the bosses are in force time, they will heal majority of the HP damage that they take. So Seed Rains' turn here is sort of like a waste, but that's okay. You actually have quite a little bit of leeway near the end. It's better to have this so-called wasted turn of damage and still be able to remove the boss's force time than to try to raise the boss's force gauge, because it is otherwise going to be extremely tight and it will likely force you to burn your summon mode just to win the force gauge race. Because of the level 3 boost to the Crystal Mission Quest, they do have quite a lot of HP, so saving summon for later is actually ideal. Seed Rains carry the Lunafreya call, so for that reason Seed Rains should be in party slot number 3 so that he buffs both Rem and Iris with Quick Prayer. With the 2 free turns that Seed Rains get, you can fill in BT plus and then immediately go into force time. And very importantly, with the force time, target Iris with it. Iris will get 2 consecutive turns here because she got pulled back by Seed Rains, and she's also buffed with Quick Prayer from the Lunafreya LD call. This allows you to use double FR with Iris. There's really no need to save her FR. And you want Iris to go right after Seed Rains obviously because it's her FR that will hit Force Weakness and cancel the enemy's Force time. Rams will not. And obviously the sooner you cancel the enemy's Force time, the sooner you can start to push damage through. With Ram's turn, you want to use FR targeting Seed Rains. This way Seed Rains can get another turn without increasing the turn count any further than this, and also you save one of Ram's FR for later on in the fight. Go straight into BT mode with Seed Rains here, and at this point you also have 1 FR equals left on Rains and Ram. Inside Seed Rains BT mode, the one thing that you do want to take note of is to always target Ram because you want Ram to act first after the BT mode. So the turn manipulation in Seed Rains BT mode is really critical. As I'm going through the motions in the BT mode, just quick mention about my plan for Crystal Mission. So I've just unlocked the U6 for the White Crystal team, and at this point on I'm sort of deliberating over a few options, but I think what I'll probably aim for is to max out Green Crystals next. It's not 100% planned. I am still considering whether is it worth it to still equally level all crystal colors together and slowly unlock one crystal passive by one, but I think I'm 70% sure that I'll likely just focus more on green crystals. Why green crystals? Well, it's a crystal color that really has quite a lot of good units in them, at least for my roster. The only thing that seems to be lacking actually nowadays is that there isn't a lot of updated DPS characters. The powerhouses that we've recently gotten are pretty much spread across all the other crystal colors except for green. So I am still thinking, maybe it might be worth it going black to level Estos, or maybe going blue since you have Wise and Core and Rosa there. So who knows, let's see. I might just break down to temptation and go for another crystal color in one of the weeks. Really, end of the day though, doesn't truly matter too much which crystal color that you go for, and I would generally recommend to just have a look at your roster, pick what you think is best and just go for it. I don't really think there's any wrong decision here that will ultimately lock you out of content or anything like that. The crystal passives, at least for now, is still more of a win faster kind of thing. The one notable thing, of course, I think is the U2 crystal passive, which I hope that through my runs I get to at least showcase how useful it is getting the extra consecutive turn at the start to help you have a much faster setup. While obviously it's not mandatory or required to complete runs, it does make the overall experience much smoother, and you don't have to waste as many turns setting up all the abilities, calls, auras and such. From here, pop Summon to do some nice damage and to preserve the turn count at 3. Now it might look like we still have a ways to go because the bosses still have roughly half their health left, but here I'm at a very high force bonus percentage, so from this point on they will absolutely melt. First things first, Rem still has one more F4 echoes, so use that and target seed rains. With this, Rem should still only have one turn of BT aura remaining, which is really all you need. This is why at the very start of the battle I did mention that you do not want her BT aura to go lower than 4 before she uses her first 4 turns. This sequence in summon mode also shows the power of turn manipulation. With the turn manipulation from Rem, Seed Rains can then go next and use his echoes for very huge damage at 99%, and his Force Echoes also has turn manipulation. This allows you to pull up Iris to act next after him, and Iris can use her EX to copy Seed Rain's 99% damage for huge damage on her own. And Iris's EX also turn manipulates, so even if the boss survives this next attack from Iris, you can get Seed Rains to go one more time for huge damage once more. So in case you're not aware of how Iris's EX works, the initial attack from the EX copies whatever damage was dealt on the last turn. So that was Seed Rains' attack with the Seraphic Charge, and then you get 2 more launch follow-up attacks built on top of that as well. The boss survived, barely, but that's okay because Seed Rains act next, so this attack here will definitely finish it off. And even if it does not, you still have one more turn at 99% after this as well, so there is still really quite a bit of leeway here. That's it for this week's Crystal Mission Quest. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you do enjoy the content, please leave a like, comment or subscribe. Till then, I'll see you guys in next week's Crystal Mission Quest. Bye!